What is going on, everyone, and welcome to another beginner's guide. We're going to continue on with our gathering series. Last time where we left off was we did lumbering, fluid collecting, butchering. This time we're going to be doing a little bit of tanning, and now this one is kind of different because if you're doing tanning, you kind of already know what you're doing. But for people who are looking for the fine, soft hides and all that stuff, mostly to turn it into either like horse gear or just like regular other gear, this is a spot that I used a while ago. It's not too populated, or actually, like, I rarely ever see anyone here. But it's something I've been using for years just because no one's here. And yeah, it's not that bad. So, I forgot on my way that my Monos tanning knife was in my storage, so we're gonna have to just go without that for a minute. So anyway, I'm gonna show you the rotation, what it's all about, what you can get. So here in Altanova, I used to do this a while, and then I got rid of a lot of the hides because I no longer needed it, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I can show you how to get. So anyway, where are we on the map? We are near Omar Lava Cave at the bottom, just like roughly over here. And the best way, I know this might be confusing, the best way to find it is there's a road down here. And let's just say there's like an intersection down there, and you come up over here just a little bit, and you'll find a little path or just like a lot of rocks and a huge boulder over here. So let's just say we'll start over here. You can drop your tent wherever. So what you're going for is mostly the rhinos, and just keep in mind, if you are in life skill gear and you don't have much DP, it might be a little bit worse, or like kind of have to dodge a little bit, but I think it's 2022, like you'll be fine realistically. So basically all the rhinos you're gonna get. If you need fire horns and all that stuff that aren't there, your DP might be low if you have a random weapon with just durability crystals in it. I'd also recommend having that before you start as well. So yeah, things I'd recommend, whichever artifacts you have. I think personally, of all the artifacts that I've gotten, I like the gathering drop rate a little bit more, just because it gives more of whatever rare items. And then we have a pride. It doesn't really matter what the weapon is as long as it has 2 slots and you put durability crystals in them. So let's say whatever your Monos tool is, this one is disposable, but either way you use less durability. Okay, so anyway, you get the ones over here, and then once you go down, you could do a little circle and you'll find more over there. So by this point, you should be good to go. And unless they changed it recently, the respawn timer should line up and you'll be good enough. So take the stuff over here. You could also get like random cedar and rocks if you wanted to, but not really necessary. Then you go down here, and then you can see more. So I just like to go in a circle. Your gathering speed might be a little bit faster if you have Monos, but ultimately it's pretty much the same. I know I'm not getting the most out of it. I'm like not even really that buffed aside from cron meal. So then what you could do, if you need more, you could pull over here. And then usually if you aggro one of them, a lot more will just come to you. Don't really worry about the damage too much, but like, let's say you have absolutely no gear, that might be a different story. So what you're gonna do is get all of that, and then once you have enough or like whatever hides you need, I'm just gonna finish up this rotation, and then let's see, best way, I don't know, just pull one of them and then more should aggro on you. That's the fun part about this area. You don't really, unlike other spots for gathering, they usually don't chase you. But these, all you have to do is attack one of them and then you're good. Also 3 more down there. Yay, more hards. There's no like real, it is a circle, but there's a lot of them out in the middle of wherever, so you can just kind of go wherever. I usually stop between this canyon area and just go back up, but if you are over clearing, then you could just keep going downwards and then up again. And then I come back up here, pick up these. Oh, more hards. Wow, I don't even have any drop rate much. The only reason my mastery is high is because I'm Guru 11, not because like RNG is this good here. So then after that, come over here again. And then we should be nearing the start once again. So once you pull the pack of like 3 or 4 here, you basically finish the rotation, and then you come back. And then this is basically where you started again. And then you could just pick up all of these again and then go down to hill. Once you get them all, once you get all of those up here, you go down to hill again. And this is where we parked our horse. So basically, if you don't know how it works, there's hides. And what you do with that, I think it's drying. It's drying. What is that? Oh, it was like seafood. Okay, so anyway. So now that you got the hides, this is kind of a tricky one because there's like soft hide, hard hides, and all that stuff. It's kind of actually complicated depending on what you need. So for me in particular, you have to like tier, like dry a hide from tier 1 to 3. Okay, so how do I explain this? Your raw hide that you get from the animals or whatever, let's consider this tier 1, so the basic one. And then sometimes you get tough hide, which would be tier 2. You get that as well, and then you dry it like this one to get the tough hide. And then once you get 10 tough hide, you get to fine tough hide. That sounds, it's actually easier to remember than you may think. And then so after that, let's say you want, I don't know, you want to make Krogdalo gear, right? and it says you need supreme hard hides. So, right? So, it doesn't matter. Tough, hard, just find a different spot, and then the processing or drying, it works the same way. So, tier 2, 4, 3, 4, 5. And then this one is where you just basically look at the tooltip and figure out where you get all of these. The leather glaze is one of those things I would honestly recommend you just buy, because everything else you could just buy, but making it yourself is kind of annoying. So usually there are some on the market, but sometimes it's sold out. You have to do alchemy, and if you want to learn all the alchemy recipes, never mind, that's permanently sold out. Back when I checked, there was a lot sitting. So 15,000 doesn't seem like that much. If you put an order on, it'll be fine. So if you do alchemy, in case you didn't know, you well, I guess this is, instead of having to like Google it, this is what you do. F2, crafting notes. You need that. It's pretty easy to get. So I do have an alchemy video on the channel if you want to learn like where to get a lot of these things. So usually today in the meta, well, not meta, but just like today, what is popular for alchemy are the saps will always be your bottleneck. Traces, depending on how long you've had the nodes on, you'll probably have a couple thousand. A lot of people are doing alchemy right now simply because it's new with the artifacts and lightstones, so people are doing all of that and trying to power level up to Guru 1, then realizing it's not really that much of a money saver. So that's why materials right now are kind of scarce, but I would say, I don't know, not too long, people will start realizing getting to Guru 1 actually isn't saving you that much money or a lightstone artifact stuff. But yeah, just to go over the rotation again, assume like where I parked my horse over there is where we start. There's a few over here. You pick up those. You know, one day I should just try to enhance this Craig's-master thing to like Tet just for the memes. And then after you get them from the top, you go down here, and then this is a huge circle area, more or less. So I back in the day when my AP wasn't this high, you could actually like kill him without pulling. So it's good that they actually follow you. You aggro one set of them, and then they'll come to you. So I just wanted to show you mostly, this is one of the spots that I used for hides. And if you're just trying to gather in peace, there's a lot of spots. Like, gathering is one of those things where there are a lot of open spots to the point where generally you'll get a spot open. You won't, there's no like duel for spots except for like maybe bear, but even then, a lot of people doing different things. So gathering is just really chill. And if you need hides, I feel like doing a beginner's guide for like tanning and just going for hides in general is really difficult, because there's a lot of different ones you want to go for. And if you're doing tanning, like I said before, it is one of those things that you probably already know what you want in advance. Whereas if you're just gathering blindly for like meats or chopping trees around the world, that can be used in more like variety of things, whereas tanning is more specific. So it's kind of weird how it's just weird how they do it in this game, where some gathering is more used for a general purpose, whereas this one, I wouldn't say it's like late game stuff. It's more just stuff that you don't use in your everyday. So yeah, over there, kill a few more, come back, go up to the top, get more, clear the circle again at the top, go down, rotation's done, park your horse here. You know it's the right spot by the canyon. And just to show you again where it is on the map, we are by the Omar lava cave and just like near the road bottom southeast, I believe. So yeah, that's good. Just park your horse there. If you see a canyon, you know you're in the right spot. But hopefully that helped you. I kind of want to do a part 2 of this one as well, because again, tanning is, this one was more just tough hides, and I want to show people where to get like soft hides and other kind of leathers down in the Kama area, which is more common. So I think we're gonna do a part 2 of this at some point. But with that said, thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in part 2.